A beloved historic bridge near Eureka Springs is closed indefinitely. Neighbors tell 5 News there's been issues with this bridge for over a decade, and they're hoping they'll stop soon. 5 News reporter Bo Russell has been speaking with residents of Beaver and members of RDOT, bringing us the newest information.
Today is we have to get in there first and get it prepared to repair.
Dave Parker with RDOT tells me repairs on Beaver Bridge will start Monday, but that it could take over 2 weeks to fix. What's been dubbed as the Little Golden Gate Bridge is the last one-lane suspension bridge open to vehicles in the state.
It's a wooden bridge. You can walk it, or you can drive across it. Motorcycles like kind of touring back and forth too.
But the landmark, which is part of the National Registry for Historic Places, has had problems for years. Today I spoke with Megan Kirk, the owner of the Little Golden Gate Cottage. She tells me that RDOT has crews there every month and that it was redecked in 2021. Taking the deck apart is something Dave Parker with RDOT says will now have to happen to make repairs. Megan tells me that she'd be okay with the bridge being used as a walking bridge as long as any new bridges built don't interfere with the neighborhood. Campers I spoke with agree, saying a walking bridge would be a great transformation.
The awesome spot for trout fishing. You can get a couple different variations of bass fishing too. It's just, this is Beaver Campground right over here on this side. So it's just, it's a pretty awesome place, especially when it's not shut down for some construction here.
Despite the bridge being closed, Lorenzo says he still expects it to be a busy summer for the quiet little town of Beaver.
You have the Bass Pro Tournament coming out here in a couple weeks, right over in Beaver proper. So it's going to be, this spot will probably be pretty popping in a couple weeks.
I'm Bo Russell, 5 News.
Well, RDOT's also planning to close down Frog Bayou Bridge in Crawford County for repairs. It's by Rudy on Highway 282 between Alma and Mountainburg. The closure starts Monday and is expected to last for the next 4 months. Detours will be set up along with signs notifying drivers of the closure. One of the president's cabinet secretaries plans to be in Arkansas next week. Education Secretary Linda McMahon announced the trip as part of her Returning Education to the States tour ahead of the new school year. Arkansas, Tennessee, and Louisiana will be the first stops on the tour. Secretary McMahon says she plans to visit several classrooms and spotlight the work being done by educators at the local level and hear directly from students and teachers. The announcement didn't reveal a specific date or which schools she would visit. Well, the countdown's on for students to return to the classroom. That also means parents will be looking for healthy meal ideas that can spice up their child's day at school. Mandy Gaither has 6 easy and affordable suggestions to keep your student fed this year.
In the classroom, you want your child to do their best, so set them up for success before they even head to school.
We want our kids to be able to focus, and to be able to focus, we want to make sure that their bellies have something in them.
Catherine Sherry with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta's Strong for Life program says healthy meals should have protein, healthy fats, fiber, and some carbohydrates. For breakfast, Sherry says to make whole wheat toast more exciting by adding nut or seed butter and some sliced fruit like bananas and strawberries. You can also make a breakfast burrito, add some egg and veggies, maybe some avocado and a side of salsa, or make egg muffins, fill them with veggies, maybe a little meat, pair with some fruit and a slice of whole wheat toast.
You can make multiples of these ahead of time. We can put them in a freezer bag, and then we just grab one out each morning, pop it in the microwave.
You can spice up lunch boxes too. Sherry says making your own Lunchable can make it more nutritious. Roll up some low sodium lunch meat and cheese, add whole wheat crackers and some nut butter, plus a veggie and some sliced fruit. Or send them to school with some leftover pasta. Pair it with some sliced veggies and hummus to dip, along with the fruit. Chicken salad is also a healthy lunch alternative. Pair with sliced apple and some veggies and whole wheat crackers. Finally, have them wash these meals down with water.
Leave those sugary beverages at home. Let's just go ahead and do water for hydration.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Well, hundreds of backpacks filled with supplies were given out to kids in Springdale today. At a back-to-school event in a neighborhood near Shaw Elementary School, kids got to pick out their own new backpack filled with supplies and enjoy bacon and pancakes for breakfast. Organizers say they want to give back before the school year starts.
I think that there are a lot of families out there that might need a little extra help, and we're more than happy to share in the burden.
There was also a raffle for the event where visitors could nominate their favorite teacher to win school supplies, a coffee mug, and more. Well, many of our area's biggest school districts start their year next week. Springdale starts on Monday. Then on Tuesday, it's the first day for Fayetteville and Bentonville students. Rogers and Fort Smith both start Wednesday. Well, a Northwest Arkansas woman says a new treatment has given her life back after nearly a decade of constant nausea and pain from a condition called gastroparesis. Doctors say she's been living with what can be a life-altering condition, but a device now available in our area is offering hope. For a decade, Valerie Gregory battled severe nausea, bloating, and stomach pain that made everyday life and eating a challenge.
Not only on your body, but mentally. Because the symptoms are severe nausea, bloating, feeling like you have a bowling ball in your stomach.
Doctors eventually diagnosed her with gastroparesis, a condition where the stomach muscles slow down or stop working properly. It can keep people from finishing a meal, isolate them socially, and take years to diagnose.
They might only be able to eat a couple of bites of food, and then they have nausea, they may immediately vomit. And this is something that they deal with every day.
I saw my GI PA, Lauren, and I was in tears. I was like, I cannot do this anymore. I can't live like this anymore.
When changes to diet and medications failed to help, Gregory's care team turned to the Entera system, a surgically implanted device designed to stimulate the stomach.
Emits little electrical stimulations to the stomach near the vagus nerve, which is the nerve that controls the emptying of the stomach, but also controls the signaling back to the brain that tells your body that your stomach is full.
Gregory says the change was immediate.
I woke up feeling wonderful. I didn't have the underlying nausea that I have had for 10 years.
She now thanks her doctors at Mercy and calls the treatment a turning point.
A definite game changer.
Mercy Northwest Arkansas is the only center in the area offering the device, and as the condition becomes more common, doctors there hope more patients will find relief. Well, if you were at the Malco Theater in Rogers today, you might have seen a flash mob. It was for legendary Indian actor Rajnikanth, who is celebrating 50 years in the film industry. The latest film releases worldwide next week, so his fans in Northwest Arkansas thought it was the perfect time to pay tribute to their favorite actor.
It makes it feel special because we are actually doing this tribute for Rajnikanth. We profoundly call him as Talaivar because he is like a demigod to most of the movie fanatics and most of the fans back in India. So it really feels special. That too, to have so much of crowd turning up on a Saturday evening in a small city called Bentonville, which actually puts us on a very key spot on the whole US map.
The new film is called Cooley and officially premieres on the 14th. It's also showing at theaters in Fayetteville, Fort Smith, and Van Buren.